Hi, welcome to my stress shrinkage presentation. This is a brief presentation that addresses 5 key areas of stress shrinkage. I hope you find it useful. I'm Phoebe Sanders, the Student Counsellor at the Wollotuka Institute. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that this webinar is being hosted on the traditional lands of the Awabakal peoples and pay my respects to elders of the past, present and future, including those who may be watching today. I further respectfully extend this acknowledgement to the traditional custodians of the land on which you are located and attend from today. Today I'm going to talk about stress shrinkage in 5 key areas. They are exercise, be organised, time it, get out of your head, and riding the wave of discomfort. So you can make changes now to reduce the impact of stress on you. And remember, stress and anxiety are a part of life. We can't magically change feelings. Also, when you flip your stress or pain over, it shows that you really care about something. Before I talk about the key areas, I'd like to just take a few minutes to notice the present. The now is so powerful. That's where we get stuff done. So let's take a moment right now just to notice the present. You've gone to the effort of opening this presentation, so please join in this brief exercise with me. I invite you to close your eyes or fix your eyes on a spot, whatever you prefer. This is not a relaxation exercise, it's just a noticing one. So bring all your attention to your body. What is it in contact with? Can you notice your feet on the floor or the different points of contact of your body against a surface? Notice what your hands are doing. Notice what you can hear. Be really curious about the sounds that are close to you. Now focus on the sounds that might be further away in the distance. It's normal to get distracted by a thought or a feeling or a memory or a noise when doing this exercise. When that happens, just gently acknowledge what distracted you and then return to noticing. Now bring all your attention to your breath. Notice the movement of the breath. Notice the movement of your rib cage or chest. Notice the gap between the in-breath and the out-breath. Can you catch it as it turns around? It's okay if you get distracted, that's going to keep happening. Just acknowledge that and gently return to noticing your breath. So we'll bring that exercise to a close, and I invite you to open your eyes and return to focusing on the presentation. That exercise is really simple and you can practice it anywhere, anytime, and I strongly recommend it. So the first key area is exercise. Exercise is so important to our mind and our body, and it can help improve our sleep and motivate us to eat more healthy foods. There's plenty of evidence that exercise improves our mental health, increases our motivation, and reduces stress. So try to get moving at least 30 minutes a day. For tips for new people exercising Or to improve your existing exercise regime, look up Find Your 30 or the New South Wales Office of Sport for some great ideas. The second key component is being organised. Time management sounds all rather dull and boring, but it's really worth the effort, and it can help reduce stress and anxiety, and in turn improve your well-being and increase your motivation, and you're going to get more out of every day. So there are a few simple ways to get organised. It's good to have your goal in mind. What is it that you're aiming for? Ask yourself what brought you to university and write it down somewhere. Keep your goal or purpose in mind. Plan your semesters around what you can control. Life changed dramatically, and you've experienced such a change with semester one's COVID interruptions. So, look at the time left in the semester and plan your study. Break it down into weeks. Put all your commitments in and try to follow it. And sometimes that's the hard part, actually getting it done. So the key to that is to write a daily to-do list. If you only do one of these strategies, make it the daily to-do list. It's really simple and highly effective. Write a list the night before or in the morning and make sure you tick off each activity as you get through it, because that can also help your motivation and gives you a sense of achievement. If the list is too overwhelming, break it down into smaller and smaller chunks of activities that you need to do. Breaking tasks down and being organised is a key component to stress shrinkage. Another key component is time it. Most people can focus well in small time chunks. Know exactly what you will study from your daily to-do list and then do so for 20 to 30 minutes or whatever time works for you, and then have a brief break. This allows for more productive study and more focus in each session. You can try the Pomodoro technique. Search for it online. There are a few videos that explain it really well, and there's plenty of apps. So give it a try. The next key area is about our thoughts. We need to get out of our head, right? Often we're stuck in our head being bossed around by our thoughts, and then we miss out on what we're doing, or we lose concentration and focus, or our mind is so powerful it even talks us out of doing things like studying or exercising. So it's really important to try to get out of your head. We can practice this in many ways. Our minds are really good at hooking us in with a good thought or an interesting thought or a story or worry. And so the power of now allows us to notice when that's happening. So try some of these techniques to unhook yourself from those unhelpful thoughts. You could give your mind a name. Oh, there's Worry Wendy again. Or thanks for that, Bossy Barry. You could try thanking your mind. If your mind tells you something unhelpful, try to acknowledge it by saying, well, thanks, mind. I've heard that one before. And then return your focus to the present and get back to your study or go and do something that's important to you. Try to create some distance between you and your thoughts. You could simply try saying, I'm noticing I'm having the thought, I don't want to study. You can have that thought and you can still study. Try to unhook yourself from those unhelpful thoughts and keep moving towards what's really important to you. This mechanism is so powerful, so please just give it a go. The fifth key area is learning to ride the wave of discomfort. Anxiety, stress, sadness, anger, those feelings are so uncomfortable and can be so overwhelming. They are really just like a wave. We can't stop the wave, but we can ride it. We can learn to ride it well, and eventually it will dissipate. It may still be uncomfortable, but it will pass. Our thoughts and feelings come and go constantly all our life, and we can get so caught up in them and bossed around by them, and we try and fight them and get rid of them. They really just show that we care about something deeply. So try to be a little kinder to yourself. Say hello to your feelings with some kindness. Let them come and go and try to focus on what really matters to you. You can take action towards what's important to you, towards your values, and be willing to take those feelings with you without fighting them or trying to get rid of them, because that makes them worse in the long term. The more you focus on what's important to you and take action towards that and connect with the present, the less likely these feelings are going to be so powerful. And feelings are like the seasons. And here's a video from the iBobbly app from the Black Dog Institute.
Our feelings come and go, like the seasons. We have the wet season, sudden storms, big rain, thunder, rivers breaking their banks, a bit like how we feel sometimes, unsettled by strong emotions, angry and sad. And like the rivers, our heart is breaking. Then we have the cold season. The earth rests and recoups. The days are still and clear. Some animals hibernate, dew forms, and the mornings are damp and fresh. We sometimes feel like this too. We rest. We start to feel a little clearer, a little more able to weather the storms. Then the hot season starts. Long days, the animals and plants are awake, everything warms up, clear skies and brilliant sunsets. Sometimes we feel like this, truly alive. But then the heat takes its toll and the earth starts to turn brown. The humidity increases, and so do the storms, and the wet returns. Like the seasons, our own thoughts and feelings also change over time. And while it can be really hard to deal with the bad times, remember that just like the seasons, your feelings will come and they will go.
That's exactly right. Our thoughts and feelings will come and go. So how do we practice this? How do we get better at these skills? It does take practice, and we need to keep doing it. Start now and don't wait for the next time that you're stressed. Do it often. So you can explore the iBobbly app or the Smiling Mind app. You can also practice without an app. Next time you wash your hands, just notice what your mind is telling you and try to focus all your attention on what you're doing. Concentrate on the feel of the water or the smell of the soap. Or when you're listening to music, spend the first 30 seconds really paying attention to different aspects of the music, listening to the instruments or the vocals or the rhythm of the music. When you're making something like a cup of tea or getting some water, notice what you're doing. Notice what you can hear and see and smell. And your mind will distract you. See if you can thank your mind and then return to noticing what you're doing. Pick a daily chore that you do, having a shower or turning on the computer or patting the dog or washing the dog, something that you do, and try to make that your activity, your practice, trying to notice the present. These are easy ways to practice, and we don't have to make time for them. We can practice them as we go along our life. After all, that is when we need them most. So give it a go. You'll see the power of it the more that you do it. So I hope you found something useful in this presentation that can help you get focused on your studies and improve your well-being and shrink your stress without going to a lot of effort to do so. If you'd like some more support, come and see me, the Wollotuka Counsellor. You can give me a call or phone counselling reception to make an appointment or email them. You can drop into my office on level 2 at Birrabarn. If my door's open, I can have a yarn with you, and we can also make an appointment if that's what you'd like. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation and that you've found something useful within it. Good luck to everyone with all your studies. Thank you.